Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow with the Tier 10 German heavy tank, the E100, and I'm platooned with Fiora the Tank Girl, and she is in the T-62A. Two completely different vehicles. So I believe she's going to head up towards the lighthouse, and I'm going to try and keep the bottom of the lighthouse clear, or at least hold up anything that's coming around the corner. I'll probably be doing that with the other E100. That guy is sporting the 125mm cannon. And sorry, 128mm cannon, and I'm using the 150mm cannon. So there's some DPM in there as well with all the armor. This Centurion 7/1 doesn't seem to be helping the E100 climb the hill any faster than I am. So that's not very efficient. That Lorraine there, I saw a little bit of the silhouette. I really wanted to put a shot in there, but that didn't turn out too well. Oh, we've also got a VK4502B, so that's a lot of armor on this side with a Centurion, which doesn't have much armor. So I'm not actually sure why this guy's going this way. But maybe he can hide behind one of us, or charge forward, as he is doing now. But we'll see what comes around the corner. Oh, here we go, an IS-7. Snap a shot into the lower plate. With the regular armor-piercing rounds, which have 235mm penetration. And in actuality, I sometimes prefer using the armor-piercing rounds more than the heat rounds. Although with the heat rounds, I do get it in my head that I can start pinning anything and stop aiming. So that didn't penetrate. That was I'm not sure where the shot went. Might have been the upper plate, might have been just the lower plate, and I got a bad angle. Also, that 1390 was a little bit worried, but it gets taken out, so that's good. This Centurion should start backing off now. Oh. And I believe the IS-7 just pulled out in time to block the shot. Well, now that the Centurion is dead, I shall start using his carcass to hide the weak lower plate of the E100. So I can even come up here along, well, just exposing my lower plate going up a hill. But since I am covered, or slightly covered, by the Centurion's hull, it doesn't matter. I've got heat rounds loading in now. And that was a shot into the hatch of the T110E5. Given the accuracy of the 15cm cannon, I'm not sure if I hit just the side of the hatch or not. And that really makes it kind of hard to tell if it should have gone in or not. That IS-7, well, the shell meant for the IS-7 went into a very angled surface. Even though you do get a lot of penetration with the heat rounds, angled surfaces are not its greatest strong point. There is no normalization, so that's not so good. Turret of an E5 is also probably not a great place to put those heat rounds. But in my head, I was thinking heat rounds go through almost everything. And this friendly E100 should probably start pulling back. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if we can get a shot in. And as you can see, the moment I expose my lower plate, things start penetrating. So thankfully I actually did some damage this time, so it wasn't a bad trade. But they do have, the enemy team have a lot of vehicles on this side. Oop. Ah. I'm going to not do that anymore. Take better aim, perhaps. Oh, if I was only loaded at this point, that would have been a great shot into the lower plate of the IS-7. I am now, though. And... oh, don't get hit. Object 261 takes him out. Okay. That was actually an interesting shot from artillery. I wasn't expecting it because the 261 was at B1. I didn't know if they could go over part of the mountain or hill. Now all that's left is the 4502B, which I believe a heat round through the upper plate would go through. So I'm just charging in. Tried to go for the lower plate, which is also 200 millimeters thick, and he's bouncing a few shells from the front, and Fiora takes it out from the side. There we go. And now there's the 2 tank destroyers and an artillery. So thankfully I was in a position where the enemy artillery couldn't hit me. That was good. And the enemy heavy tanks did push forward, which allowed me to not have to be in artillery range. Sometimes players do get that idea where the artillery will help them out, so they kind of hang back and wait for you to charge through, or charge forward, and then get destroyed by artillery and combined firepower from all the vehicles that are staying there. Fiora's going in, and she's going to try and get that 7th kill. And she does. So, that was a pretty good game. Really good game for Fiora. And mine was just kind of above average for an E100. So, where am I? I'm 4th on the list, 3,779 damage with 918 base experience. And Fiora gets the 4,800 damage and 7 kills. 11 shots fired, 11 hits, only 5 penetrations. But because of the large alpha damage of the E100, I got over 3,000 damage. And I only took 4 hits, and one of them bounced. So, not very good credit profits there. 6,000 with a premium account. Non-premium, I would have lost 13,000. But this is a tier 10 vehicle. Normally, if I didn't fire all those heat rounds, I probably would have made at least some money, even if it wasn't on a premium account. Also, those heat rounds could have done damage, which most didn't. So that's the main cost, really. Thanks for watching. Please press that like button, leave some comments, and I will see you in future videos.